Welcome everybody to the first class of 2025. This class is going to touch on some things some people have taken before, and in that way it's a great review. And other people, you are brand new to this, so we're going to introduce you to what we do here. Next, please. So some Zoom etiquette, keep your microphone on mute while you are not speaking. And if you want to raise your hand, of course, I'm going to get a tickle in my throat. Nick, can you explain the Zoom etiquette while I have a drink?
Yep. So essentially, as Holly explained, if you're not in contribution mode, we just ask that you mute yourself. If you want to contribute, you can always unmute yourself. It's totally fine. You can click the react button and raise your hand if ever you have a question. There's also the chat on your screen, which you can use if you have any questions, any comments, or if you want to participate. And if ever you're not comfortable putting on your camera, feel free to turn it off. It's okay, though we love to see your face during the sessions.
Thank you, Nick. And my throat is all good again. Next.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There is a way, if you are on desktop, you can click on the top right for view, and you can change the view and track Holly or see everyone participating. That's an advanced thing if you're not used to Zoom. And that's mainly on the computer, not if you're on phone or iPad.
Thanks, Quinn. So welcome back to you who have been here before. Some of you are from my in-person class. Some of you have done some of these online things, and some of you are brand new today. So what we are doing right now is we are developing an online brain health community where we are offering some of the most recent current research that's coming out about brain health. And I love to teach that material to people in a way that they can do actionable items in their life and make a difference in their brain health. And I am a full-time brain researcher at the University of Regina. So I take that information and create this content for you. Next.
One second. Who was the person I needed to send the invite to? Who brought that up?
Eloise is her first name. Can someone remind me of her last name? Or
I can find it like that. Yeah, all good. Carry on. Thank you.
All right. So when she comes on, let's all clap as if she walked into the room and she was in the wrong room. Make her feel real uncomfortable and welcome all at the same time. Okay, so welcome to this session. This is a community. So I would like to know, unmute yourself to answer this or put it in chat if you're more comfortable doing that. But what made you sign up for this session? And also, where are you joining us from? So unmute yourself and say it, or else put it in the chat. So either question is fine, just to get to know my people a bit more.
Okay, I can start as usual. I'm Lynn Goldman, and I'm joining from Regina, Saskatchewan, and I've taken a lot of Holly's classes, and I think it's very important for me to keep up with them, because other than that, I'll just go away and forget things that I learned instead of trying to review everything and keep my brain working.
Thank you. Someone want to read the chat for me? Quinn or Nick?
Yeah, we've got quite a few folks from Regina in the chat. So
Okay.
some of the reasons we've got to help reinforce resolutions, because I learn more every time, interest in the topic, mother had dementia, unfortunately. I find it very interesting with practical things I can use from Raymore. We've got, I signed up to stay up to date on brain health and for continuous learning and reminders from Chrono. I enjoyed the in-person session last semester, so very popular in-person sessions, it looks like. I would like to continue to focus on brain health. Love the information. Impressed with the brain health class I attended last session. I'm interested, so that's very to the point, but that's totally fine. I've been to Holly's brain classes before, vital information. We're interested in brain health community and the latest research and staying up to date. Interested in continuing with online offerings, interesting with everything Holly offers, which we are as well here at Commuting Company. And the last one for now, interested in the topic.
Thank you. And just so those of you who are just coming on for the first time, I've done this in person in Regina, and now I'm trying an online. So I reached out to Quinn and Nick, and they're helping me with the online world. So that's who they are, and they're very helpful for me. Next slide, please.
Eloise is here. Hello, welcome.
Yay! I know her. Welcome, welcome. Don't feel bad. I also was on the wrong link, and you think I would know what to do, and I needed help this morning. So, review of the house rules. I want you to be comfortable. I am a professor at university, and I know that you will learn more if you are comfortable. So, online is perhaps more stressful if you can't find the link, but less stressful in that you are in your own home. So, I want you to be comfortable. If you have any suggestions, please put it in chat or email me at that email address. Tell me if I need to speak louder and tell me if I need to speak slower. I actually have a little turtle to remind me to speak slower. I can see him as a reminder because I tend to get excited about this topic and speed up. So if I'm speaking in a way you don't understand, please say. And feel free to contact me anytime. I am a full-time brain researcher. I am very busy, but my passion is people. I care very much about people. And so if I was just in the lab all the time, that's great, but I love to teach this information. So anytime, feel free to contact me. Next. So how this class today will work and run, it's not a series of anything. It's a series of other classes, but some of you have been used to a series of 8 classes. This is a standalone. It's just a reminder for some of us, and it's about catching the wave of New Year's resolutions. So we're going to talk about brain health resolutions, and let's not forget that. And some people hate resolutions. So in any case, it's a nice reminder to you and a touch base of what we're going to do about our brain health in the future. And your world is a classroom. Learning happens everywhere. Embrace every moment as a learning opportunity. Just last night, I learned, and I sent it to Nick and Quinn, that taxi drivers in London have less dementia. And why is that? Because they have to think all the time. They have to navigate in traffic. So they're constantly keeping their brain alert and cognitively challenging it. We're going to talk about cognitive challenges in a little bit. So all materials is grounded the latest research. I learned something new. I might tweak my classes, or I might tell you about it, or we might put it in a newsletter. I have copyrighted this information, so please honor that. And don't use anything, don't record me unless I know about it. Quinn and Nick, you can record me. That's okay. Okay, next. So today's information is about, of course, the healthier brain. And a healthier brain means better memory, better thinking skills, better ability to handle life's stresses and to keep us feeling better. A happier mood is brain health, and just a better future for yourself, as well as for the people you care about, your loved ones.
Ralph,
Oh, someone has to be muted. So
I don't have a screen. Is this?
So we're going to move on to the next slide. So why brain health matters again, a little bit more, just to get you excited about this topic, as passionate as I am. Because again, the brain controls your memory, your decision-making ability, and to be able to keep on learning. And for some of us who are not children, by the way, I don't use the word older adults or seniors. No, we are developing adults. So for some of us developing adults, we want to live independently, happy, fulfilling lives as long as we can. We're not just trying to build quantity of life to live longer. We want to be happy as we are living our life. Your brain can make new neurons your entire life. So we know from the research that you can make new neurons your whole life. This is exciting news, and it's one of the things that I want to tell everybody. Even people in wheelchairs, can't even walk, in nursing homes, they can make new brain cells. And if they can do it, we can do it. And we want to keep making new brain cells. We want to keep having that ability to have a more and more robust brain. And your brain can and does rewire itself constantly. And that's called neuroplasticity. So your brain changes and adapts. Things that you don't go over or review, those pathways will atrophy and fade away. And things that it doesn't matter to remember, things that you want to remember or you want to develop as a person and your personality, if you keep going over those pathways, what you do on the outside affects what's going on in your inside, and you can make a more robust brain. Next slide, please. We lost Nick.
Yep. We just
There
changed
you
the
are.
slide. Yep.
Oh, you did. I was looking at why brain health matters. I was looking at the title. Okay. All right. So I was going to look at my paper and think, okay, we lost Nick. I can handle this. Okay. So again, for those of you who've taken my class, we categorized the three main topics of why we want to have a healthy brain and why this matters. Because the first thing is mental health. Think of your moods. Anxiety and depression are brain functions. And I am not a medical doctor. If you are taking antidepressants, I'm not telling you to get off them. Don't get off them. But just to tell people that there are things that you can do to make yourself have a better mood. And one is just exercise. And so brain health is mental health. In Regina, at the University of Regina, we have a post-traumatic stress disorder for first responders, like RCMP, paramedics, and things like that. They talk a lot about post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is a brain function, not just the brain, because the whole body gets involved. But for us who mostly are just trying to stay healthy and happy, brain health, a happy brain is a happier life. And the next big theme is cognition, which is thinking ability. It's what most people think about when they talk about brain health. It's your memory. It's what starts to atrophy with Alzheimer's disease. You can't remember things. You don't know people anymore. That's what people think with brain health. It's the ability to do math, ability to remember to turn off your stove, that kind of thing. And the third big theme of brain health is building brain reserve. This is related to neurogenesis and neuroplasticity, because if we keep making new brain cells and keep pumping them into the brain and keep rewiring them in a way that is a good positive way, so that we keep making a more robust brain, then we will have a bigger, better brain reserve to work with and to have in the future. Just like you should put away money for your future, you can put away brain cells for your future. The future you will thank today's you if you do these pretty simple things that we're going to talk about. Next. You have the potential to make new brain cells your whole entire life. And again, in this session today, we're going to talk about just some main points for the brain resolutions we're going to get into. So as a reminder or new information, the biggest steps to make new brain cells, there's two, I shouldn't say the biggest way is two main steps. The first is physical exercise. And if we were going to pick one way of exercising, we're going to say aerobic. We're going to say enough, you move around. If you don't like exercise, that's okay. Exchange the word exercise for movement. Right now, we're all sitting down. And in our life, we sit way more than we did a generation ago. But we want you to get up and move, because when you're moving around, your brain, your heart is pumping up oxygen and blood to your brain, taking in the good nutrients, bringing out the bad waste products. And so we want you to keep moving. Ideally, just do a little bit more of what you're doing now in your life. And what you're going to work towards is 3 times a week, 20 minutes a time, even of just walking a little bit brisker, if so you can bring up a little bit more oxygen. If the roads are slippery right now, they're terribly slippery, icy in Saskatchewan, then just stay in your kitchen, turn on the music and dance in your own kitchen, walk in your own kitchen, whatever you can do. And that's what they did in the nursing homes. They took people in wheelchairs and so they can't walk, but they put one of those little arm things in front of them. So they would do that, be carefully controlled. And that would be their 20 minutes, 3 times a week. That's how we know. That's why I know what I'm telling you is true. And again, if they can do it, you can do it. And the next step is to cognitively challenge yourself. All I mean by that is keep the lifestyle of doing new things. So easy to do. For example, yes, you can go to a concert, you can go to a lecture, those are great. But even simpler things every day, almost every hour. You can, when you walk your dog, I have 2 dogs. I have a beagle and a cavalier, and I walk them every night. So I was thinking about this class, do a lot. And so what I did is I took my dog, I'd normally take the collar in her left hand and put the leash on my right hand, my right dominant hand. But I thought, why do I always do that? So I grabbed the collar with my right hand, snapped on the leash with my left hand. It's just a little thing. But when we do little things like that, it tells your brain that you want to remain cognitively learning. If you, just like the plant that Lynn brought, if your brain, if you're not going to constantly learn new things and try new things, your brain will say, okay, we're done. We're just going to maintain what we have. But if you have the attitude of learning new things, staying mentally alert, your brain is going to take the new brain cells that it started with the physical exercise, and it's going to make those brain cells adapt and become full-fledged brain cells. It takes about 3 weeks to make a brain cell, and you can watch it happen now on brain scans, which is my world. And I don't do that. I don't have that technology, but my world in research, they can do that. And some people, that's their world. They can actually see that. And I just hear about it. And then I tell you next, which makes me very happy. So we're going to talk about some very easy to do practical cognitive challenges that you can do. And later on in today's episode, I'm sounding like a TV show. We're going to ask you, what are some things that you're going to do? And so I want you to be thinking. So some strategies to implement: simply learn something new. This is how you can do it every day in your life. Pick up a new hobby. Learn a new language, not even a whole language, but when you're driving, why don't you listen to the French channel? Maybe go to the library, and if you want to do that, maybe, okay, I dated myself, these young people, they would go to just the internet and just learn a word in Cree, even that, anything like that. Pick up a musical instrument. So yeah, daily puzzles, Sudoku, crosswords, or memory games. If you only do crosswords though, I'm going to challenge you to make it a little harder, because again, if your brain is on automatic pilot, it's not getting the benefit that we want you to get. So try a new game. If you love Sudoku, do it, but make sure you're challenging yourself and moving up a level. Level up. This is Brain Resolutions Level Up 2.5 for 2025. So level up. Switch routine. Use your non-dominant hand, like I did last night when I was walking my beagle, to put on that leash. Take a different route or try new recipes, anything. Again, just get out of the same old mental attitude. Social challenges: join a club, a debate team. I don't know if we have that in Regina too much, but maybe. Or start a new group discussion. You coming here is socially engaging for you. And we know now that there's a whole new world in research looking at social isolation and what does that do to people. And one thing that it doesn't do good things, they say it's not good for you at all. One thing that I'm very motivated about in offering these classes, that I can reach people, as you know, I very much care about people. So this way I can reach people who are on a farm near Kipal, and she may be on here. That's actually someone I'm thinking of. So she doesn't have that contact. It's not easy for her to get to the city. So here we are. We're in her farmhouse right now. So if you're there, hello, I think you are. Okay, next. So now we're going to just touch on some of the basic things. Again, this is an 8-week course, but I'm just going to touch on some things just to remind you or pique your interest if you're new here about what can you do about brain health in the area of nutrition. You can do some brain boosting foods. I just gave some examples. Omega-3s. We want you to get your salmon, your fish, your walnuts, your flax seeds, antioxidants, blueberries, dark chocolate. Very good. Spinach, brain fuel, whole grains, avocado. So there's foods that are good for your brain and foods that are not so good for your brain. Surprise, surprise. We don't want you to have too much processed sugar, trans fats, or excessive caffeine. Some coffee is good, not too much. Don't overdo it. And action steps, start your day with a brain boosting breakfast. And I was even thinking about that. Right now, some people really love intermittent fasting. The research is not, I don't know. I only tell you what I know for sure is true. So if you want to break your fast at noon, whatever you do, the brain boosting breakfast could be in the morning, could be at lunch. The jury's still out there about intermittent fasting. So I'm very careful about what I say. What is breakfast? Somewhere you're breaking your fast, make it brain healthy. And hydrate. Your brain is 75% water. If you have your water here, because we said bring your water, just give us a cheers to the cheers. There we go. There's Holly. Good. I don't see everybody's water, but I don't see everybody. So stay hydrated. Next, please. New topic altogether. Again, we just touching on things. Exercise your brain. Move your body, grow your brain. Benefits of exercise on the brain is it increases blood flow and oxygen to the brain. And again, just even moving around, walking up and down your hallway is good. It stimulates neurogenesis, which is making new brain cells, and it reduces stress and boosts mood. And some simple daily activities are just 20 minutes of brisk walking or yoga. And I'm not saying strength training is bad. It's not. It's good. When I started with aerobic, because I said, if you're only going to do one thing, make sure you're just moving and getting oxygen to your heart and to your brain. And we want you to do some balance exercises, standing on one foot to improve coordination and focus. And again, be very careful. If your balance is an issue, of course, hang on to the counter. But I was in Scotland last year. No, I was, but I was in, this came from, who cares? But it came from France. I was in France last year presenting some of my research. And in Europe, they're doing a lot of research on how balance affects the brain in a very positive way. There's one hormone that starts dropping for developing adults, and it is the GABA hormone. And when you purposely challenge your balance, that actually puts your GABA levels up to a more normal, younger age. So we want you to challenge your balance. Next slide, please.
Oh.
Stress management. Again, just touching on the topics. Not all stress is bad. I used to think stress is always bad, but it's not. If you reframe is kind of a word we use in research, the word stress into a cognitive challenge, it can be a good thing. If your life is never stressful, we're not cognitively challenged enough. Think of a person who never gets out of their house and they make breakfast and they watch TV and they don't even really watch TV. They're just in front of the TV. They're not having enough cognitive challenge. So we need some cognitive challenge. And if you get a little stressful situation, tell yourself, this isn't a stressful situation. This is a cognitive challenge. It's good for you. It's the chronic stress that is bad for us. Stress that never lets up and it's too high without a break. But a little stress and then a break from it is a very good thing. And we talk about that. We do a whole class on that in one of the classes. We want you to learn to manage your stress in healthy ways, such as through exercise, laughter, and meditation, as some examples. And for the meditation, we've learned that people who meditate, their brains are younger and better and healthier than people who don't. So because of that, in this course, in this community, we decided to just try to bring in a meditator. So we found a person who leads meditations, and it's not me. I know meditation is good for you. I do it, but I don't lead meditations. So we found someone to do it, and she's going to offer us 4 weeks of just half-hour meditation. We're going to see if there's an interest with this group. So people who meditate, yes, improve their brain health and function. I have 4 or 5 medical students that work with me, and pre-med or med. And the one he did some research for me about why is meditation good for the brain. And he made a little handout, and I give him credit for it on the website. It's there, but we're also going to bring it into the first class of the meditation. So yes, meditation physically changes your brain. And what is really exciting to me again, it's things we do on the outside that affect our brain health on the inside, behind the skull. We can actually change our brain. So exciting. Next, please. So now we're going to get into brain health resolutions, 2025 brain health resolutions. And so I want you to think for a minute, what area of your brain health do you need to improve? Is it more, if you think of the different topics, we talked about stress, exercise, cognitive challenge, and nutrition. So if there is an area there that you think that you're going to work on, I want you to think about what that would be and what goal can you make for 2025 in that area. With resolutions and habits, if you try to do too many things, you're just going to fail. And I mean, so many people don't make resolutions because they just fail and they feel bad about it. So we just want you to just pick one thing and work on that maybe in the next little while. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are the areas. What area of brain health do you want to improve? Exercise, nutrition, cognitively challenge yourself, or stress? So you think about it for a minute and get an idea in your own head which you want to improve on. Next slide. And I want you to choose for yourself. Cool thing about brain health is only you can change your brain. So what is your goal for 2025? Once you picked your category, I want you to decide one small step to implement into your lifestyle. And for me, I'll give an example. For me, I probably have too much sugar. So I love sugar. I love baking. I love chocolate, all that. So for me, I'm going to say sugar. And I'm not going to say I'm going to go cold turkey. I'm going to try to reduce my sugar intake. I had a complete exam this week. My doctor said, it's not really brain health, but she said, I probably don't have enough calcium because she said, how much do you have in a day? And it's like coffee with milk. So she would say, I think you need to increase your calcium. So that's another thing, but that's not brain health, although calcium and brain health probably do go together, but certainly not part of the mind diet. So anyway, I want you to make it easy. Pick one little thing, make it easy, baby steps, and so small, nothing too major, something you can just kind of fit into your life. And a thousand mile journey begins with a single step, but we want you to go in the right direction. All of these things that we're talking about, it's lifestyle. And I'm focusing on the brain, but of course the whole body is going to benefit. These are so easy to do, like easy to get a sip of water, but it's easy to forget to drink your water. Easy to do, easy not to do. Let's get some of those things that are easy to do just affecting our life. And long term, it's going to make a huge difference in us. So now what I want to do is I want to put us in breakout rooms. This is an interactive community. And so I'm going to put us in breakout rooms, and I want you to share with each other, what topic did you pick and what are you going to do about it? Okay, so what are you going to try to do? And then we're going to come back again. So is there anything they need to know about breakout rooms, Nick and Quinn?
I am going to assign you all into rooms right now. and open them up. So just hold on a second. And the whole point of the breakout room is to go off of mute and share with each other what your goals are. And you can brainstorm different strategies. So we're going to do this for about 10 minutes. So each of you have about 1 minute each. You know, don't be shy, be be very comfortable. This is a growth opportunity for everyone here. And I'm going to start assigning rooms here. But Holly, if you don't mind, maybe explaining a little bit further while I get this set up here.
I don't mind at all. So I'm going to go into the recap of just talk about again some of the main things that we talked about, and then see if anyone here can think about what topics did I miss to get you thinking. So we talked stress, exercise, nutrition. What did we miss? For those of you who have taken the full course, there's some big topics, some of the other classes. Anyone remember them?
Sleep.
Yes, sleep was huge. Excellent. Who said that? I don't know who said it. Matter. Good. What else did we miss? Sleep.
Socialization.
Socialization. Good job, Jan. Yep. Thank you. Sleep, socialization. Was there anything else? I think that might be it. What was it? Anybody else? Exercise, sleep, nutrition, socialization, stress. We did it on stress. Yeah, and then we did a wrap
I think
up,
we had a class on meditation, but you did touch on meditation today.
Right. Okay. Yes, we did. The meditation part was part of the stress talk.
Oh, okay.
So meditation is an excellent way to handle stress. All the bad things that happen when you're chronically stressed will go back to normal when you meditate. So yes, thank you. Yeah. So that's why we thought we'd try a little 4-week session on stress meditation. Excellent.
I'm going to open the rooms, and you should all magically go in there now. Use it as an opportunity to talk about someone put in the chat here, less about brain health resolutions and more about brain health aspirations, to be a bit more gentle about, sometimes it's a little harder to meet our resolutions, and it doesn't mean they're bad. It's just that, for me, getting to the gym's a challenge, and it's a lot easier than eating well or sleeping well. So see you in the rooms. You have about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back at about 10:02.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to see everybody. Sometimes I couldn't see everybody before. I don't know how many people are on here altogether. Over 50, I think.
Wow.
Over 60. There was 68 registered, but some people registered twice. Every time they got the link, they registered. So I was one of them. If you feel uncomfortable with technology, I guarantee I'm with you. So that's my weakness. That's my Achilles heel.
Well, I think you've come a long way, babe. remember when the very, very first Zoom call you had to make?
Oh, I was so scared.
Yeah, well,
I was teaching at university when the pandemic hit and we all had to go home. I honestly wanted to quit teaching. I couldn't do it. And then I went to the classes about how to use Zoom because it happened basically overnight.
Mm.
I didn't even understand. They were speaking like another language, and I'd ask a question and they'd give the answer in a way I didn't even understand. So it's like, I'm quitting. I can't do it, but I did it because of the students. So yeah.
You still have the beautiful background. So you got to, that's great.
Yeah. Thank you. So is everyone back now? I wonder where you go away. Like I always think, I sending some to Japan, to England. Hope they come back. All right. Is everybody back now, Quinn? Nope, they're still coming in.
Yeah, so it was.
So I still definitely get nervous around technology. It's I'm like a deer in the headlights with it.
All right. Why don't we ask a couple folks who are in different rooms who had some good discussion about the conclusion. I'm going to do some muting here too. If anyone would like to share what you talked about in your room.
Either in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Whatever you prefer.
I can say, I would think I was in room 2. There was 4 of us, and I just learned tons of tips just by chatting with everyone, and it was just great. I thought it was a great experience.
Can you please give me a couple of tips that you heard?
Like no grocery list. So going to the grocery store, not taking that list to just help your memory of just kind of remembering, not using, we talked about not using Google Maps and just because you're reliant, right? You're relying on those things and just try to figure out the way to get there, even if it's not the fastest way, but still get there. So that was kind of some really, really good things. Listing, maybe getting a list of whether it's all the USA states and trying to remember those. Or we talked about, and I think Holly, you had given someone this idea, remembering 2 playing cards one day, and then remember 4 the next day, and then just so building up that memory.
Yes, excellent. Good.
In the chat here, Brenda said that someone in her room is learning a new language. I visited I forget who it was, but the SH room. So folks with the first names starting with SH, and they're learning a new calligraphy technique that I'd never heard of before. So that's good. I'm sure that's very challenging because of how precise it is. And before we carry on, would anyone else like to add what they discussed? No. Okay.
So it sounds like everyone was going with the cognitive challenges, at least the ones who spoke up.
I went first stress.
Okay.
And then there was a suggestion for an app, for a meditation app, which was very helpful, and I'm going to use it.
Cool. All right.
Great.
So I was in the same group as Cindy, because now I guess we were all the C's. I don't know.
That's how it panned out today. Yes.
Yeah. But it was a really helpful 10 minutes. It just flew by, and there were lots and lots of really good suggestions. So that was great.
Good.
I picked up the idea of for balance of putting on your pantyhose while standing up, and then I realized I don't often wear. So that was a wasted effort, but for me.
Well, if you wear pantyhose, that's none of our business. What you do,
but it says you're supposed to
try it out as a challenge.
Maybe long johns, possibly, if you got a pair of long johns.
Socks, yeah.
For socks.
We should make men. Well, this gets in a whole new area, which I don't want to touch. But let's get all the men to try nylons and a bra and see how their day goes.
Yeah. The next session.
Yeah.
And bring a video of how well you did it, right?
We'll open up a special group, and that's okay. Yeah. Everyone is welcome here. Yeah.
So Holly, one of the things that our group talked about too was stress management, and Diane asked about meditation in particular, and so there are a number of resources available out there that lots of people just don't know about. So the first one is the meditation class that's coming up on Tuesday, your class that starts on Tuesday. There's also Sasha Johnson's class at the University of Regina. Excuse me. There's a meditation leader in town who's been here for many years and is very, very good, Donna Angeli, who leads healing through meditation. So if you're coming with specific issues, she can help you with those issues through her classes. And there is the Regina Insight Meditation Community, and all of those resources you can find just by Googling them.
Okay. I wonder if it's worth it to put on, well, I was gonna say you should put it on our website, but we might need permission from the people and all that. But thank you, Dawn, for putting that, for telling us all those options. Yes, thank you.
We also had balance came up as an issue for us as well. And I mentioned that the You Are Gold exercise program at the University of Regina slipped some balance exercises into my routine when I started. And, I'm not putting on pantyhose, but I know that I can pull on my pants now standing on one leg,
Yeah.
which I haven't been able to do for 20 years.
Isn't that
Hold on
exciting? Now
yourself.
you know what that is. What's going on in your brain, Dawn? Here you go.
Yeah.
I love science.
Yeah.
What word would that be? What word would that be that we talked about?
That would be neuroplasticity.
That is neuroplasticity in action. He could not do it. Now he can do it. So neuroplasticity, his brain rewired itself because his brain said, my body, the one that I'm in, wants to keep doing this. So I'm going to learn how to do it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Same with me. Same with me. Brushing my teeth with standing on one foot. I couldn't do it before. Now I can. Neuroplasticity. Can't speak a language. Now you know a word or two. Neuroplasticity in action. Cognitive challenge. Walk around a little bit, Dawn, and your brain is making new brain cells.
Yeah.
I'm literally I love this. I'm getting shivered. I'm not even kidding. It's what I love to tell everyone. Okay, sorry, it's not about me. Okay.
We're coming up on the hour, but
Okay, great.
we're not in a huge rush to leave. I was thinking we could hang back a little bit more if anyone else wants to talk about their resolutions or aspirations for brain health for a few minutes after this, but we'll finish the slide deck really quick if anyone has to leave.
Some people are on their lunch break. There's a dental office who may be on here. I'm not sure. They said some of us get 20 minutes, but we're all going to have it on and then we're all going to be in and out of the room. So they have to be back at work at 1 in Regina. Okay, so we'll finish up and I know some other people have to leave. Okay. So next slide. So the recap of today's takeaways, just touching on some things. Eat for your brain, prioritize nutrient-rich brain foods. Perhaps what I'm going to get you to do for the rest of the day, instead of taking food to your mouth, put it first into your skull to remind yourself what you're eating. You're feeding your brain. So just for the day, put it here and then here. I just thought of that. I don't know. Okay. Move daily. Exercise benefits both body and mind. And again, just get up and move around, move your hands around. Any movement is excellent. Cognitively challenge yourself. Have that attitude of cognitively challenging yourself almost by the hour, certainly by the day. Something you can do different. Open the fridge with your non-dominant hand. Take that food and put it here. There's a cognitive challenge. I'm feeding my brain this. Learn to manage your stress, even through just saying, I'm taking a break for an hour. I'm not going to worry about everything that's going on. I'm going to look at a tree and enjoy my coffee, and then I'll come back to it. Half an hour. Your body's going to go back to more of a normal, and then you can handle that stress. So it's the chronic, nonstop, too high, too often stress that'll get you. 30-day brain challenge. Commit to one new habit from 1 or 2 categories for 30 days. Don't tackle them all. Just pick one. And if it's just such a tiny one, you can probably have some success. And then maybe try something else. Don't try them all. Again, baby steps, baby steps. Or how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? One little thing, but you're going in the right direction. If you forget this stuff, you're going to start atrophying, and it doesn't have to happen. Easy to do, easy not to do as well. Track your progress and celebrate small wins. If you want to, as I mentioned earlier, my doctor said, you don't get enough calcium. So I'm starting to just record how much calcium. That's me. If you like to track. We could even just make a little mark on your calendar every day you do a cognitive challenge. And again, it's pretty easy to do. Brush your hair, non-dominant hand, that kind of thing. Then give yourself a little check and celebrate it. Like, look, my brain is going to be better. Next slide. So Quinn, I be here's the information, you be the business partner.
So we're building this online community focused on lifelong learning around brain health. My team, so I'm based here in Toronto, Nick on the call, and Shania. Nick's in Montreal, Shania's in Venezuela, actually. So for anyone new here, our current model is that if you got value from this class, if you support Holly's journey in reaching more folks, you can volunteer to pay or support basically the effort and time that she's putting into this. She's paying us at the moment, And we're exploring models on making this accessible for lots of people while simultaneously funding this and making it sustainable for a long time. Not just doing it out of necessary charity, quote unquote. So in the email after this event, you'll see a link. Feel free to support it. And Nick, go to the next slide. So another way that we're looking at building this community is providing the brain health education through Holly's experience, not just Holly, but other academics who specialize in brain health and wellness, and then providing services as we learn about what people are focused on. We heard lots of folks talk about stress management. We're in the middle of the winter. It's going to be minus 26 in Toronto this weekend for a week. It's going to be brutal. And so stress management was something that we heard loud and clear, and really appreciate the things that Dawn brought up around other areas that people can look at for meditation. But what we're going to be doing is bringing together a meditation expert. And for anyone curious about this, they have the opportunity to sign up. It is paid for the next 4 weeks to go through a group class for 30 minutes every Tuesday to learn about the foundations of meditation. And there's a few different varieties that we're going to touch on. There's ones that's focused on stillness, so quieting your mind, relaxing, being still. Another session will focus on end goal visualization, so thinking ahead about your goals and visualizing those. And then there will be 2 other sessions. I think one is on gratitude, which is also a really good session. And the uptake has been fantastic. We've had about 27 signups so far. And from here, it's an open door policy. We hope that you go tap into things in Regina if you're located there or elsewhere. Is someone asking a question? Oh.
Just listening.
Just listening. Okay, I don't know.
Okay. I'm done here anyway, pretty well.
I'm going to mute Cheryl there. Thank you. Okay, so next week on Tuesday is the meditation class. Next slide there, Nick. And the next education class is going to be with one of Holly's colleagues. Holly's colleagues, I like that. We can call it that. Please tell us about what we can look forward to for on February 1st, our first Saturday session, actually.
Okay. I want to point out that some of these things that we are offering is free, because if I could, I would do everything for free. But some of them are going to be paid because Quinn has to eat, he tells me. So anyway, so some are paid, some are free. This one is free. When I ask people, what would you like in level 2? Because I hear loud and clear, people want a level 2. But if you could hear what I hear, you could see how hard it is for me to figure out what to do level 2. Some people love the science and they want me to go deep into science. Other people are here basically because they want to connect with other like-minded people who are interested in brain health. Other people are here because they want the research. They want to know, what did I learn this week about research? And so there's all kinds of reasons. So what I'm doing right now so far is to try to maybe not do a whole level 2, but try to just touch on different things that I'm hearing back from you. For the people who love science, and you know who you are, I got a scientist to come talk to us. He works in the health. Oops, I'm not. Okay, he works in the health district, but he's going to do this for us, and he's going to charge us anything. He's Dr. Joe Paul Singh. I work with him many, many times. We've published many articles together. We're doing something right now with the cannabis and the brain and concussion. And we got a $1 million grant from the NFL, National Football League. So we do all kinds of work together. He's an expert in long haul COVID, and he's giving us a talk. There's no charge for this. He's not charging us. He said, just maybe plug my YouTube link, because he has a passion about getting the word out to the people as well. So we share that passion. So his talk is going to be aging in the brain from a scientist's perspective. So anyone can join. There's no charge, and it's really trying to appeal to my people out there who love the science. So it's on a Saturday. Some of the feedback we're getting here is that you need to be consistent with your times, and we do need to be consistent with the times. Right now, we're still a little bit experimenting. Do you like Saturdays? Do you like mornings? Do you like evenings? And so that's why we're flipping around a bit. But this one is on a Saturday from February 1st, 10:30 to 11:30. Well, Joe himself, Dr. Singh, will be on here telling you about aging in the brain. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll be there too.
Yeah, next slide there, Nick.
And I want to also say some other things. I want to do a level 1 class again. That's that 8 series. Many of you have taken it. I would like to do it again. So if you want to do it again, it's the exact same thing. What would change is the people who come on. It's almost like a bouquet of flowers. There's no 2 bouquet of flowers the same because there's never 2 flowers. So what is different is the community is going to be different. You're going to hear different perspectives, different questions come up. That will be different, but the basic material is the same. Other than that, plus any new research, I will be bringing it in. So if you want to do a level 1 again, please know that's what you're getting. We're probably going to start charging for that. The last time it was free for everybody because I had a lot to learn and I didn't want to charge you. But this time, again, I got to feed Quinn. So charge you for that. We also have I'm working on a level 2. So if I could only figure out what that would be, some people, again, different people want different things for sure. So please tell your friends, let us know if we have enough people to run a level 1 again, we'll do it immediately. I have the slides. I can go tomorrow. I can do that. I can do something on learning and memory. Tell us what you want, and we will make it happen. Is there any podcasts? We're going to be doing podcasts. So some people want the information, but they don't care about the getting in breakout rooms. They just want the information and they can listen to it. So we're going to be bringing that in as well, just basic podcasts. So we're going to see what the interest is, see if it's sustainable, see if Holly likes it, see if Holly gets less afraid in front of the computer. We'll decide. Let us know. So anything else before we end this, Quinn, that you want to say, or Nick?
Just thanks a lot for coming. I have I wouldn't mind trying to test out. I don't know if you've got to run, Holly, but I'm happy to sort of speak with anyone who wants to hang back for the next 10-15 minutes and just share what their questions are that could be for you for future content for a class 2, or also to talk about what they would like to see from the community content wise as well.
Okay.
So,
I'm okay with time. Quinn, do you mind if I stay on for 5 minutes as well, just to answer any questions that have come up that I haven't answered yet?
for sure.
Okay, so if you have to go. If not, I will be here for questions about anything that came up, and then Quinn can do his business part things. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and from all over Saskatchewan. And I always tell Quinn, for once, Saskatchewan is the center of Canada because most people are from Saskatchewan. So but even if you're not from Saskatchewan, welcome and good to see you. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for making my research job meaningful to me, honestly. And if you weren't here, it wouldn't matter so much to me either. So thank you. And let's all say what I always end in my class with. I'll say the first part, you all unmute yourself and say the second part. And remember, I will be here for a few minutes after. So I'm going to say the first part, you say the second part. Are you all unmuted? Give you a minute. All right. It motivates me and inspires me. So you make your brain, and then
Brain makes
you.
all right. See you guys. My heart and my brain are with you.